What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Everybody podcast. Here with my co-host, Sweet Teenis. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Back at it. Ready to rock and roll, dude.
I gotta say, Sweet T, I'm liking the new look, bro.
It's getting summertime-ish.
Yeah.
Humidity is at an all-time high at this moment in time.
And it's going to get even worse.
The hair on the back of the neck and everything in between was just not cutting it.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I always try and keep the fresh fade. But I'm liking, you look like just a Viking from the TV show Vikings.
That is exactly what I was going for, because if you're not a true man, try and look like one.
Are you saying you're not a true man? What's the deal?
Yeah, bro.
You go from the Jason Momoa
dog.
long hair to the Vikings. I don't even know what that dude's name.
My hair was just so thick and luscious that it wasn't falling naturally.
Oh. What kind of product do you have in it right now? Because it looks like you got some product in it. It helped with the waviness.
I'm actually using some Blue Mon.
Ooh.
Shout out to Blue Mon.
Shout
They
out,
sponsored
Blue
a
Mon.
video like a year ago, and I'm still using their product. So
Nice.
just what I had under the sink.
I don't think I could pull that off.
Definitely not.
Your hair is definitely more full.
Better,
It's more full. Fuller.
More
It's fuller.
luscious. Yeah. That makes sense.
Dude, I was looking last night. Your beard also was looking fairly shiny.
I got some new beard product.
Ooh.
So I'm excited about that.
What does what does beard product do?
The main thing for the beard product is it hydrates the skin underneath the beard, and it also allows you to help try and tame a curly beard. I didn't reapply. Yeah, if I don't put any product in, which I didn't really today, it just out of the side.
This is Beard Man.
And I look like that dude from.
I wouldn't know.
I look like Jeepers Creepers. You know,
That's
with
pretty cool.
With like the.
Yeah.
That's not cool. It's terrifying.
Is it? Okay, sorry.
Terrifying.
If you haven't seen Jeepers Creepers, it's a great movie.
Terrifying.
First and second.
I cried through the entire first one. You took me to see it when I was like 8.
Yeah, that's right.
The Bad Boy came out in like 2001, so I was 10 years old.
Such a good movie. To the point, like from the beginning to the end, like you just I don't know. You just got to go see it. It's awesome.
If you haven't seen it yet, then what in the world?
What are you doing?
You know what I mean?
In life. Yeah.
But the first one was pretty cool. Second one was like pretty cool. And now they're up to like 8.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid now.
I know the last one they did where his truck was like alive.
What?
You didn't see that one?
His truck was actually alive.
Like, I think they did 4. 3, the truck was like alive. It had a mind of its own.
Do we? Why? I know some
it
of
didn't
his
drive
weapons-
on its own, but it had like it was all booby trapped and it was just weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Do we even actually know what he is? Does it just show us? Does it tell us? I know he's super ancient. Like the Mayans like worshipped him or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw it in a comic book. I don't know. They have a comic book about
Probably.
it. Anyway, you guys have any information on Jeepers Creepers, what he is, please let us know in the comments below because I would love to know.
They tried to explain it like a little bit maybe, but
No. Nothing.
no.
Nothing. It's one of those things you'll just never know what he is. I hate that.
That's the worst.
I
I'm
hate
a
it.
big origin story guy,
Yeah, like
where it came from.
For instance, what was the movie with the monster that just happens to appear in New York? Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Like where did he come
that's
from?
cool. No, they didn't tell you?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see
it.
oh shoot. Was it like the Cloverfield paradox or
Yeah,
the
I saw
one
the
where
one where
they're
there
up
was
in
aliens.
space?
I saw the one where there was like aliens. Remember? It's like Cloverfield Road or Street or something like that.
Okay, no. There's obviously people on YouTube that know how to put the whole timeline together.
So you have to YouTube. You have to go down that
But
rabbit hole.
no, dude, there's another one that I think they released exclusively on Netflix. And essentially there was these astronauts who had this particle accelerator to basically try and recharge the Earth because the Earth was dying, like the core was dying.
Oh.
And when they did it, they opened up a wormhole. And he was like one of the creatures from the wormhole. I forget it. I saw it when it first came out. Cloverfield Paradox. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
And it
I've
kind
heard
of
of it.
explains about where it came from. It came from
That was kind of on the same timeline as then it should all mesh together.
Yeah, and there's
Those
people that can
movies.
put it all together on YouTube, but they all intertwine.
What's really
Cloverfield Lane, I think, is the one that you were talking
yeah.
about, where it was just about The dude having the people in the basement the whole time.
Yeah. And there was like aliens, and it actually were an alien invasion. But the guy was just thinking. I mean, he really was a murderer because he actually killed somebody.
Yeah.
But But what could really open your brain up is that paradox. Was it the same paradox from The Mist that they opened up? Remember that portal hole?
Dude, that they were like particle smashing or something.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
Particle smashing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Atom
smashing, maybe.
And it opened up like another realm.
Portal to another freaking dimension.
There's a lot of movies like that. I mean, Stranger Things being one of them, which I love. I can't wait till the 4th movie comes out.
Bruh, it's going to be ridiculous. They're going to go from middle school to high school because it took so damn long.
Middle school to college, you mean?
Yeah, I mean college. Yes, I'm at college. They're going to be like bearded out there. Like, hey, dude, did you see that Dementor? Or whatever those things are.
Yeah. I forgot what they called them.
Demogorgon.
That's right. It's a Demogorgon. What? How do you remember that stuff, dude?
I
just love the whole
like
vibe
a steel
of it.
Trap.
The whole 80s vibe of it all. It's really cool. When they brought back the Never Ending Story theme song, Turn Around. It was great. Did you feel that? Did you feel that? Did you hear? You got a little touch of my voice there.
Yeah.
Sweet tea.
Angelic. Speaking of voice, Colby Covington was complimenting your voice.
Did he really? Call me a schoolboy or
choir
boy.
He said that you have the voice of an angel and you could sing in a choir.
Yeah.
That's what I took from the interview.
Right. Calling me a choir boy, which he's complimenting my voice. He knows that I can sing.
See, it's a lose-lose when they try and make up names for you.
For me?
Like,
I mean, choir boy,
Wonder Girl or Wonder Woman. It's like both of those people can destroy entire planets. Yeah, I don't mind being Wonder Woman. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like one of the most powerful superheroes on the planet in the universe.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which means you're going to get destroyed by Wonder Woman.
Yep.
I don't mind. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or choir boy. Thank you for complimenting my voice that I could sing in a choir. That's not easy to do.
No.
Haven't you ever seen Sister Act?
Oh, yeah. Love the movie.
It's
Sister
tough.
Act 2 as well is even
When
better.
he hits that high note at the end.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I'm talking like Mariah Carey high notes. I can pull that off.
Yeah.
You know, only behind closed door. In my car when I'm by myself or when I'm in the shower doing my thing is when I can pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, so, great weekend. Got to throw that out there. We had some of our own MMA fights Saturday, and me and you were commentating.
Like legit
fun,
commentating.
I'm pretty
local
sure,
fights.
Yeah, I mean, we gave, John Anik, DC a run for their money. Bisping, we just, we gave them a run for their money. Like, I'm pretty sure ESPN is looking at us right now to take over.
I got a call.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
They left a message.
The Ocho. They want us to comment on the next dodgeball tournament.
ESPN 8?
Yeah. They want us to comment on the next dodgeball tournament.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We can do that easily.
Easy.
But we had some good fights, man. This is our first fights, actually. And
in a while down here, regionally.
Well, there was like some reason behind trying to do our own thing because last year, Pops, Deviney, Weston Wilson, who's in charge of getting our team fights, literally were on the road for once or twice a month, just nonstop driving to Tennessee, to Myrtle Beach, to Virginia Beach,
to Utah.
I'm just on the road constantly. And I feel worse for Dad because, Deviney and Weston kind of alternated. Dad was there for every trip for his guys, for our team. And, Dad being 66.
Pick up sticks.
I would like to see him stay here. Not saying he's old, but,
Maybe he can start coaching VR.
Ooh.
Virtually. So everybody's doing it nowadays.
Yeah, I know. Just put it, I don't know how you could do that.
Mm-hmm. You have to slide it on in between rounds. And then
yeah. Eventually, you can be able to slide something on and actually be able to move somebody else's body.
Yeah, that's what Elon Musk's working on, Neuralink.
Is that what it is? Neuralink?
Just taking over, bro.
That kind of makes me nervous.
Absolutely.
When they start.
Haven't you ever seen iRobot?
Oh, yeah. Have I seen
Which is
iRobot?
completely different, but
Or
haven't you ever seen it?
The second Spider-Man, when he tried to do those artificial intelligent arms. And it took over him.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Terminator, The Matrix. Are they not thinking about this? Have they never seen those movies?
No.
That's the potential. That could happen to Earth. And we're dumb enough to do it.
Yeah. Hey, guys, haven't you seen The Matrix? Let's copy it.
Yeah. That's what
they said. Yeah.
That's what they're thinking.
Let's take The Matrix and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not me. Not today.
Sorry. Hopefully, we'll be long gone before that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. You never know. That artificial intelligence just hacks into every computer, hits the button, nuclear war, boom.
Can't be happening.
Now, I heard, check this out. This is the cool rabbit hole, that the Terminator and the Matrix are the writer of those movies or something. They're like linked.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Dude. So who? No.
Yeah.
Dude.
Look it up. Look it up.
Anybody can make anything a thing, bro.
I'm telling you. Look it up, guys. I'm pretty sure the Terminator is like when humanity and the machines were actually fighting, right? And then years down the road, it becomes, they can't live without the, some kind of heat because we scorch the skies. So that's when they started using us as batteries. But that hurt us connected.
No.
It's a theory. Dude, yes.
Dude. Bro.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, back to the fights, man.
Yes.
We had we had 8 fights, which is
8 fights total.
I'm telling you guys, going till 1 o'clock at night, having 8 fights, bing, bang, boom, and out, so much better.
Yeah, man. It's
So
like by the
much
time the
better.
main event hits, everybody's either like wasted on alcohol or just
Ready to go.
sleeping
Yeah.
over here. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Pick like 5 great fights.
Dude, we had
don't
some
need
bangers.
13, bro.
Yeah, you don't need 13 fights. That's ridiculous.
13 or 12 fights plus commercials. It's like, dude, it's like a 5-hour dang event. But we get it. It's all about making
that moolah.
But still, though, it's like 8 fights was good.
It was awesome. 2-hour event, and it was worth the money. I mean, every fight was just a banger. I mean, dudes, amateur. I don't know what's so fun about watching amateur guys fight. They just, they have the jitters, the nerves. You know what they're going through, but they're just out there just trying to crush each other. There's no hesitation, no thinking. It's just go.
Yeah.
Like you're just unleashing the bulldog, and they're just going at it.
Yeah.
And you don't know who's going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of our girls, Greta, amazing job this past week. But she gets knocked down right off the bat in the first round.
Yeah.
Ends up reversing it on top, banging out. The crowd's going nuts. Round ends. Same thing happens in the second round. I don't know what happened, but she came back with a second win and just did not. She threw probably 800 punches that last minute.
Dude, it was nuts.
Pop, pop, pop. I'm like, is she going to get tired? No, she's not. And they ended up stopping the fight. But it was awesome. Everybody at the event was left wanting more, right? So they'll be back for the next one. They're coming back.
Absolutely.
Did you have fun?
I had a great time. The fights were right off the bat. We had a couple of kiddos fighting. Two kids, they're 8, 9 years old, 10 years old from our gym. They started off the night. They were scrapping the whole time. There wasn't any wasted movement in that fight. So that was awesome to kick the night off.
They asked to be on that card too. They're like buds. They're like best buds, and they train with each other all the time. But they were out there ready to kill each other. And
then to go to amateur kickboxing fight in MMA gloves.
Nothing more exciting than that.
That was intense. It's amateur, but it's in MMA gloves. They weren't wearing headgear.
No,
which I just realized.
That's weird. I thought in the state of South Carolina, well, I guess because MMA, you don't have to wear a headgear. So
no one knows.
They had to have shin pads on though. Maybe that was just the difference. They had to wear shin pads for that kickboxing fight. I thought growing up,
I had to wear
headgear
and and shin pads.
Yeah,
for kickboxing.
But it was more exciting for them not to have headgear on.
Maybe it was like Muay Thai or something. I don't know, but they had no headgear. They had MMA gloves, and they were doing striking only. So they were swinging and dinging out there.
What was crazy about it was they were supposed to have kickboxing gloves, which is they've been training in kickboxing gloves the entire camp.
Yep.
And they go from kickboxing gloves to MMA gloves.
The night of the fight.
There is a huge difference going from a 10 to 12 ounce glove to an MMA glove. Just reach alone, but blocking as well. You don't have that big pad to block with. You got a little tiny, pad to block with, and you see it in MMA all the time. It's hard to block with those MMA gloves on. So they had to learn.
Completely changes the game.
Yeah, they had to learn on the fly. But that was fun, man. Greta won her fight. We did have my buddy Eric Goldman going up like 2 weight classes.
Bro, he went up 3 weight classes.
3 weight classes.
He had an MMA fight at 155. And this is what it's like on the regional scene, if you don't know. Like, you just got to take whatever you can get. And sometimes it doesn't work out the best for you. But like you said, his first fight was at 155, and he ended up taking this fight at what?
195.
That's 40 pounds heavier than he's used to fighting.
This dude was huge, the guy he fought.
And he was fighting a grown man. Just a grown adult, ferocious, vicious, adult male human. And
he lost. He got rear naked chick. But
Goldman lost. Our guy lost.
Yeah. It was cool in the fact that you got to see his heart, his spirit a little bit.
He
kept fighting.
He did. The first round, he immediately got taken down. But he came out in between rounds. He didn't look like it fazed him. He was ready to go again, and he wasn't backing down. So
hats off to my man Eric Goldman. I hung out with him that night too. He was a little disappointed, but he's fired up, which I'm glad. He's fired up to get back out there and do it again. Yeah. So
well, hopefully at his weight.
Yeah. It was actually 170. He's a 170 guy, not 155.
Oh, okay.
He's a 170 guy. But and then obviously we talked about Greta. That was probably fight of the night.
And to know where Greta, her background, where she's come from, she used to drive an hour and a half weekly to train with us from Charlotte. Ended up making the move down here, fully embraced the MMA life. Every night she's in here working hard. She actually had 2 fights before last night. She was 0-2, but all heart. And then last night, the girl that she fought was bigger than her. Wow. The girl was stout.
She was a big girl.
She was, she was
hungry.
tatted up. Like she was, her nickname was the Cannon, and she was just
throwing cannons,
some cannons out there in the first round. Like WB said, drop Greta, but
zero head movement from Greta. Greta, we got to work on that head movement. Like she just took that punch and just ate it.
Greta was working her movement, her side kicks, but she would blitz in on that center line, and just perfectly straight head movement. But man, she
came out with a win.
Fight of the night.
Yeah. $60,000 we were giving bonuses.
From Steven's pocket.
That's right. $60,000. I'm kidding. But seriously, though, that would have been a fight of the night. And then main event, we had my buddy Jacob Romano making his MMA pro debut and did not disappoint. This guy's got how many amateur fights?
He was 12-6, I think, as an amateur.
12-6.
So he took his time in the MMA scene, really.
Which paid off. I mean, you saw his first MMA fight. He looked like, he's been a pro for years. Calm, collective. The guy was, immediately. If you're fighting somebody outside of our camp, you're fighting an opponent, they're definitely training as if they're fighting me. They're going to straight shoot for your legs because they know that they look at me and think all of our fighters fight like me, right? So
which they do.
They do. Well, they're similar.
Yeah, similar.
But he was shooting straight for his legs. But Romano's takedown defense was just on point, man. And that you could see the devastation, just his soul leave from him after every takedown attempt. And Romano just back up to his feet.
He was shooting hard in that first round, and he didn't.
Exhausted.
Maybe landed one, but even if it did land, Romano was quickly trying to reverse it, and he did not make it easy to get takedowns.
No. And every time they stood back up, you just saw a little bit of himself leave his opponent. Was it Patrick? I think his name was Patrick. Or Austin. And Romano's, and as soon as they get back up to the feet, he's just bouncing, acting like he's not even tired. He came in shape. And hats off to him, too, because he was struggling for a year, had a broken arm. Romano. Ended up taking a hard...
Romano's our guy again.
Yeah, Jacob Romano. He ended up taking a big, hard roundhouse kick to the forearm and fractured his arm. Shout out to old Brendan Chapman.
For doing that. It's messed up, dude.
Twice, not once, but twice. Almost healed up, and I think it threw a little bit. We were supposed to go light, but he ended up blocking with it. That's his fault, actually. And fractured it again. So
Double arm fracture.
Yeah.
Not good.
No, it's not. But he ended up coming up with a W. So great night of fights, man. 2 hours.
Great event.
Yeah.
I mean, great venue.
Oh yeah, the Spinning Jenny in Greer, South Carolina.
If you guys were able to get the pay-per-view, it was only like $15. It was awesome. But if you were able to get it, let us know in the comments what our commentary was like, because we haven't been able to see it or hear it. I don't know if we will. I don't know. Or if
you could even hear us. The crowd was so loud.
Yeah, it was insane. We need those headphones with next time.
We need to put in a little bit more money, spend some dough.
Hey, it was the first event.
Yeah, we used these mics right here.
We did. We used this exact setup.
It still smells like the venue.
Yeah.
You know what? I like the smaller venues. It's more intimate with the crowd. You can hear everything. You know, the crowd's more loud. They're more into it. When they're sitting from far back, they're just like, all right, just watching a movie or something. But when you're up close and personal like that, where you could at any moment get sweat sprayed on you or blood.
Like we did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we got sweat in our drinks because they were like, the table we were at was about 6 inches deep. So we
when they get taken down on our side of the cage with their back, like sweat just kind of oozing and dripping off of the cage.
It was great.
Yeah,
great experience.
It was a lot of fun. I like commentating when they're up against the fence right in front.
Yeah, when Romano and them, you're like, Romano's digging in the elbows, and he's like, "Yes, I am." As he was doing it, he ain't getting up.
Yeah, we were like, this all. I mean, Austin's right there on his back. Listen to our commentary. Austin's not going to get up. He's going to be down there.
I was trying to be like, Austin's got heart, though. He's doing great. Steven was like, he's down forever. He's never getting up again. Austin, you need to retire now.
It was good, dude. Austin, he didn't give up either, man. As tough as Romano is, and he was constantly trying to shoot for this. Like, that was his game plan the whole time. I'm not going to stand and bang. I'm just going to shoot. So he just kept getting tired and getting stuffed every time. So I'm just like, yeah, he's done. It was fun. But while that was going on, you had UFC London.
Yes.
UFC London was we were trying to watch it and watch our fights at the same time. Had some good scraps, man. Gunnar Nelson coming out with a win after, a year? 3 years. Golly.
Yeah.
3 years.
But to kick off the card, though, was Cody Durden versus Muhammad Mokaev, who was like 35-0 as an MMA, like the number one prospect from Dagestan, finally making his UFC debut against a local, Cody Durden.
Yeah.
Sweeney fought him. No slouch.
He's tough. I think he fought on my card when I fought Gilbert Burns, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
I think Durden was on that fight card.
Maybe.
Yeah. So he's tough. Cody Durden's a local guy. But yeah. Thanks, Sweet Tea.
You're welcome. It's for the fans.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But he ended up getting finished how fast in the first round?
It was like flying knee, drop, guillotine, done. There's a reason that dude's the number one prospect
in Dagestan.
In Dagestan,
right?
Apparently, I don't know the full deets, but I know the dude is legit.
Thank goodness he's not in my weight class.
They're in every weight class.
I know, but he's not in my weight class.
Well, you have Hamzat in your weight class, which is like the
straight wrestlers,
170 version of him.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. But no, yeah, still good scraps. Then you had Ilya Topuria, I believe that's how you say his name. The guy who was getting into it backstage with Paddy the Baddie.
Yeah, man. I want to see that. They're in the same weight class, right?
I think so.
I want to see
They're
that
both
fight
55ers.
next.
But Topuria, he was a stud, but he got dropped.
He did.
He got dropped hard.
But he comes back.
He comes back for a devastating KO.
Man. You can't ask for a better fight like that. You about to get dropped. Like when I got dropped when I fought Ellenberger and came back with a spin hook kick, there's like no better feeling. Like I was like, you even see my face. I'm like, what? Did that just happen? Almost getting put out, and then you come back. You know he's just feeling so good right now, and his opponent is just.
I know he was looking.
He's
good.
in the dark right now. He's
a Leon Edwards guy too.
Oh, released from his camp.
Yep.
Leon was there, right?
Yeah.
So they made it official. I think he's fighting for the title next.
Good. I mean,
yeah, it's a done deal. I saw a little thing on Instagram of them shaking hands with Dana White, making it happen.
Awesome.
Dana White saying, "Congrats, you next."
Because who else?
Right.
Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's fought him. This will be the second time. But
you think it's gonna go same way as the first one did?
Probably. I think it's going to be a little more competitive.
Yeah, I think Leon gets the KO.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
I don't know. It's just like something about our buddy Ryan, who's been training. He said, it's hard to get up in the morning when you go to bed in silk pajamas, and when you're at the top and you're feeling yourself and you're that number one pound for pound.
You've been there for a little while.
You've been there for a little bit. It's just a little less. No matter what you tell yourself, it's just a little less motivated to get up because you're there.
You're already there. You're at the highest point.
Yeah, and you know what I mean.
Especially too now he's talking about going over to boxing, and
fighting Canelo or fighting Conor now. Yeah. Like Conor wants to fight him for the belt. Sorry, Leon. To be honest, if Conor comes back in the next 4 months
on the sidelines,
what a terrible string of luck if that happens to Leon Edwards.
Poor Conor. I mean, poor Lord Leon Edwards. But Conor, man, you look at these guys coming up like Hamzat and Paddy the Baddy. There's just they don't have the hype around them like Conor does, man. Conor has just changed the game forever.
That dude, he did it.
I mean, he's going down in UFC history for everything.
For everything.
No being champ. You know what I mean? Being,
highest paid of all time, the biggest star ever
in UFC history. He's going to be remembered forever, like Muhammad Ali.
It's crazy. It's crazy what the level of stardom
looking jacked
that dude
right now too.
That's what he was saying. I wouldn't want to cut to 155 either. Looking at him, looking like him,
he's going to get demolished.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be a big fight, big payday, but you're going to get demolished, dude. I love you, Conor, but you put on the weight like that and you're fighting a dude at 170. I mean, you got to try and put some weight on to become a real 170. I mean, look at Kamaru. Mm-hmm. Look at the biceps and shoulders on that guy. And then you go up a weight class. And
your natural weakness is wrestling.
It's cardio or cardio.
And wrestling.
Yeah. And he's got both attributes. I mean, he's got cardio for days, Usman does, and one of the top wrestlers in the welterweight division.
But he said some interesting things, Conor, in that interview. He said he's a jab happy wrestler with no submissions, so he's not scared of them.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Just take me down and hold me there?
Exactly. That's basically what he was saying. He was like, so I'm going to go out there with no fear and try and knock this dude out.
Hey, I like that. I like where
Connor's been able
to. And he can do it. He
can do it. Yeah. He's obviously he touches you with that left hand, you're going out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wonder. He probably soaks that hand in something like poison or something. He's learned something from the anime Baki, who just soaks his hand in poison or
mercury,
which just
a lead hand right there. But that's interesting, man. But speaking of weight classes, Dan Hooker.
Oh man, poor guy. He's so close, man.
It's just one of those things. It's tough to be in between like that. Like not he's fighting killers every time he fights, and he's typically fighting them on short notice.
I don't understand why he does that.
It's one of those things where it's like diminishing returns, right? Like at first you're fighting every weekend and everybody love like, oh, this dude's a gangster. But then it gets to a point where it's like, nah, this is just the way that this dude does things, and now he's losing. So you kind of like, you know what I mean?
Well, Cowboy, you saw Cowboy go that route for a little while.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He was like fighting every
Magny,
weekend,
same way,
notice.
Neil Magny, and then he started getting into a losing skid. It's like, it's cool for the first 2 or 3 times to step in there, but like to do it all the time.
Yeah. You got to give your body time to heal up, not just from the fight, but training camp, period. Just training, get your mind right, go on vacation. You know?
And not to mention, he dropped a featherweight against Arnold Allen, who was like on a 9-fight winning streak.
Did he have his mustache out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. The mustache is dangerous.
And that's the point. That's like Dan Hooker hasn't had an easy fight
ever.
Since I can remember. He hasn't fought a nobody for like his last 5 fights. He fought Poirier, he fought Michael Chandler, he fought Islam Makhachev. Then he fights Arnold Allen in London on a 8-fight win streak. For his first fight back down at 145.
That's hard. I mean, that's hard. And I just felt bad for him. He took some shots. He tried to keep going. The referee, it was kind of like a swing or miss. Like, all right, should I jump in now? No, okay, he's fighting back. All right, should I jump in now? I mean, it was a good call because he was taking some punishment.
He took a flurry in the first round, then he ended up kind of like getting through it, and then the same thing happened again. And then the referee was just like, I can't. Right. And he was ducking this time. He had just stopped fighting back.
I hate it for him.
Such a good guy, such a good fighter. That's tough. That's tough to drop, and it was kind of like his new
thing. All right,
145 is my division.
Questionable.
Maybe he should have eased back into that 45 or something. Yeah. But hey, it is what it is, man. But yeah, back to Gunner.
Yeah, he looked good.
Thoughts?
He conserved a lot of things. When it came to a stand up, he was looking to land that right hand, that right blitz. But I feel like he wasn't trying to hurt him with anything. Yellow. Is that your wife?
Yeah.
Colleen?
Sorry, people.
Message. But he was using that right hand to get to that clinch to get for that go for the takedown, which worked later on in the second round. Ended up finishing him, right? I think submitting him.
No,
or it went all the
way. Yeah.
So okay. But, he's looking to get that back. I've seen him do that in several of his fights. He'll use that blitz, boom, get the clinch, go for the takedown, and take your back. Once he's got your back, he's locked. He goes
to that body triangle, he's there.
Yeah.
You ain't getting him off.
And I've talked to a lot of people, Ryan Hall being one of the guys that trained, Matt Miller, who's a buddy of ours who trained with Gunner. I'm pretty sure he helped him with the fight. The guy's just on another level. He shouldn't be as good on the ground as he is because he just trains with his
just people.
I mean, what other jiu-jitsu practitioners are in
Iceland?
You know what I mean? He does his own thing, and he's just good. I don't know, one of those light bulb clicks, and you just understand it type of things.
Yeah.
So he tried to do that against Damian Maia. Of course, Damian Maia is just
he's on another level.
You can't Damian Maia.
Yeah. He's on another level, dude.
Yeah, but Gunner is always been a scary guy to have to go against. I mean, he wasn't a 3-fight losing streak. He lost against Leon Edwards.
I think it was 2 fights.
Okay,
but I do think he won his last fight before he took the hiatus. Before he took the break.
He hurt himself. Was he injured? What was it?
Apparently, he injured himself doing something with the mountain.
Oh, yeah. I think it was a rib or something, maybe?
Yeah, Hafthor Bjornsson.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with that guy and not get hurt. He just boxed this past weekend. He won.
Yeah, he did. Knocked out Eddie Hall.
He looks like a completely different guy. I mean, he still looks abnormally huge, shredded.
Absolutely.
I'm like...
He puts those boxing gloves on, and it's like they're MMA gloves on him.
Yeah.
They're so tiny.
He's so he was shredded. He's shredded. It looks so weird to see.
Shout out Transparent Labs.
Yeah, dude. Right, my man, Transparent Labs, making him look just shredded.
100% only because of Transparent Labs supplements, not because of hard work or dedication at all.
All Transparent Labs.
I'm just kidding, bro. Don't knock me out like Eddie Hall.
Oh God, I think you should fight him. I think you
definitely. Who else was on the card before we get to Paddy the Baddy in the main event?
That female fight, the spinning elbow.
Yeah, that was Meatball. Meatball Molly.
Yeah, don't they all train together?
Yeah, they're just one big
London crew. Just crushed
family.
It. Yeah, that spinning elbow came out of nowhere.
It slept her.
Oh, it was
immediately
so cool.
out. It wasn't like a TKO. It was
thing ever. You've seen it before. You've seen him do spinning elbow like John Jones does them a lot, but not like that.
It was the equivalent to the upper body version of that catch the leg, spin back kick to the face.
Yeah.
What was his name? I don't remember his name. It's crazy how fast that you forget the viral knockout of the year.
Oh yeah.
What was his name?
Did that? Not that one, right?
No, he threw the high roundhouse kick. The dude caught it and held onto it, and then he's spinning back
kicked
to the face. Yeah.
Well, it starts with a B, I think.
No. For some reason, Phoenix keeps coming to mind.
Phoenix?
I don't remember.
No idea.
Name.
Berkeley? No?
Maybe.
It's a B.
Keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
It'll pop in.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, it was great. She just, I don't know, her opponent just kind of stayed in that same position for too long, chasing her down, and she was like, well, let me go this way, bam.
Done.
Keto Slado, you know what I mean?
That's awesome. And then who else? And then let's get into the
Paddy the Baddy. Hype machine.
Yeah.
London hype machine there.
Sick second round throw off the fence.
Great
Took
throw.
him down. It was so bad. It was awesome. I hate to be thrown like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just makes me so mad for somebody to throw me like that.
Have you ever been thrown like that?
In practice?
Yeah.
In
just
practice.
not in a fight yet.
Not in a fight yet.
Hopefully never.
Hopefully never. Yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, it gets dropped like his first fight. He got
rocked again.
Rocked and ends up coming back with the big W.
Mm-hmm.
Did he rear naked choked him? I think, right?
Yeah.
I saw a video of all the Barstool guys like tap, make him tap, make it, just cheering for because they say he's like the next Conor McGregor.
I think they
put money on him.
manage him.
Oh, they do.
I think
wow, no way.
I think they manage him because I know they got into like athlete management. If I'm not mistaken,
We gotta look that up.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be
Barstool
cool.
Management. I think. I remember he was like one of their big signings. They like signed him.
Wow, I wonder what that was like.
No, probably awesome.
Yeah, and Barstool's got that moolah.
Yeah, they're massive right now. And then of course the heavyweight fight: Aspinall, Volkov, first round submission.
Boom, bing bang.
I mean,
boom.
Tyson Fury says Aspinall's got the fastest, most technical hands in the heavyweight division, and that's Tyson Fury. Of course, he might be a little biased because he's a fellow Englishman, but he called out Tai Tuivasa.
Ooh,
that would be a good fight.
That would be. You think that should be like a fight to see who fights for the title next? Maybe.
I mean, I think
number one spot. You still got Stipe. You still got some of these guys. I mean, Tuivasa just beat Derek Lewis. So, I mean, he's above him wherever he's at. Mm-hmm. Where was Derek Lewis at? Number 2?
Derek Lewis was like number 2, yeah.
Number 2. So, Tuivasa's number 2. So, these guys
Or he's
fight.
close to it. I think he's like number 4, actually. I think it's Gane, Stipe.
I think Gane
I'm number
smashes.
3.
I think Gane smashes those guys.
Like Tuivasa and Aspinall and those guys?
I think Gane just outpoints them. Too long, too technical.
Yeah. We'll see. Aspinall brings a different game. He's quick. He's 6'5". He's big heavyweight.
Yeah, he's just as tall as Gane.
Yeah.
That's just some big boys.
Big dudes.
Big dudes, man. Man, I mean, imagine. Look at the heavyweights back in the day. They're just not as big.
No.
They're just not on the same level anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, who was it? At one time, it was Couture, right? Wouldn't he?
Yeah, he was like the heavyweight champ.
I'm taller
or
than
205
I'm taller than
champ.
Couture.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean Brock's a big boy. He's pretty big. Not tall, but just massive.
Yeah. Tim Sylvia.
Golly, what a goofball.
He looked.
He used to walk around everywhere just wearing his UFC belt. People would tell me.
Really?
Yeah, he would just wear his belt everywhere.
Really? He's like, sir, this is a Walmart. Can you please take your belt off? Sir, this is an airport. You can't bring that through the metal detector.
Yeah, put that away, please. Can you have somebody come pick that up, take that home for you? But yeah, I don't know what's next for him. That would be a fun fight though, Tuivasa. Mm-hmm. Let's make it happen.
Keep the heavyweight division rolling. There's like 8 people in it.
I know.
Now that they got rid of Hardy, there's like 8.5 people in the heavyweight division. So,
well, you could be there, Tony.
Those dudes are huge. They look a lot bigger in real life than they do on TV.
You're
it's like basketball players. Everybody
taller.
looks like regular size on TV, but when you see an actual NBA player, they're just
huge.
Remember when you met Dwight Howard?
Yeah, man.
Dude's massive.
And they don't like they're actually bigger than what you think. They look
They're
tall
not
and
like
skinny.
They're not like toothpicks out there.
Yeah, they're not. They're big boy. I mean, their arms are like huge.
Yeah.
Compared to mine, but it was fun. It's fun.
Well, I mean, you're pretty small.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on it.
You know.
I'm working on it.
He does like 4 push-ups a day.
I'm flexing. Dreaming, if you're listening, you can't see the video. I'm flexing.
So what's next, man? What's coming up?
I don't know. We got a big card coming up with Burns, Chimaev. I mean, what was that, UFC 273?
Yes, sir.
He was on that card. I'm excited. We need to go live for that card, Sweet Tea.
I think we are going to go live for UFC 273 right here on the channel. Live fight commentary, live fight companion. I mean, usually we just do it for the main card, but that card is stacked. We might just have to post up in here all night and just hang out with y'all.
Where's it at? Vegas?
Jacksonville,
Florida.
Hopefully they bump it earlier so that the main event's not fighting at 1 a.m.
Oh, I know. I can't stand that.
I mean, to be a fighter and having to fight at 1 a.m., you know what I mean?
You're unlocking my phone, Sweet Tea.
Yeah, I am.
He knows the code of my phone.
I am looking for
what time?
the next
starts?
events. No. I know it's it's Blades versus Dawkins.
Okay.
That's the next one coming up this weekend. Which is crazy because Dawkins just got knocked out by Derek Lewis
yeah.
when you fought him. When you fought in December.
That's right. Yeah. Golly.
So
he's making a quick turn.
In March, December, January, February, 3 months later, he's fighting again.
I would take a little more time off. I mean, if I got knocked out,
He got folded. Yeah. But it's one of those things where he was on a run, then he gets knocked out. He wants to get back in there to try to
Can't do that. You gotta make sure you're right. Get that CAT scan going. MRI.
But I feel like he's not worried about getting knocked out again because Blades is not a knockout artist at all in terms of just KOs. Mm-hmm. He'll take you down and he'll TKO you, but that's his main goal. You also have Askar Askarov fighting Kaikar France. That's going to be a huge fight. Matt Brown taking on Brian Barberena.
Both guys very similar fights. That's going to be a fun one.
Yes. So, yeah, man.
That's this coming weekend?
Yep.
All right, dude. I mean, both dudes almost died.
Neil Magny, Max Griffin, both guys. Oh, yeah.
Barberena almost died. He come back from...
Dude, what's going on with this computer, bro?
Coming back from a practice. He drove to, was it Jim O in Charlotte? Ends up getting front kicked to the body. Was driving home, wasn't feeling too good. He was had internal bleeding. Whoever front kicked him must have, yeah. He had to go to the hospital.
That's nuts.
Almost died. Of course, everybody knows Matt Brown's story.
Yeah. There's actually some pretty solid fights on this card. Sarah McMahon's coming back after 20 years off, I feel like.
What?
Mark Diakis, Chris Gutierrez, who you trained with before, El Guapo.
Chris Gutierrez is cool. I like him.
Yeah.
He was doing the low calf kicks for everybody else doing low calf kicks.
Yeah.
He's one that was like, hey, man, you need to kick dudes in the calf. I'm like, what? Kick him in the calf. It hurts.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, shoot. I was like, daggum. He was one of the pioneers of the low calf kick.
People don't know that, bro.
No, dude. But, yeah, let's go live, man, for UFC 273. That's just going to be awesome.
So make sure you guys, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel.
I think if we do that, we might want to set up shop in the theater. At Mom and Dad's house.
Comment down below. Should we go live here at the school or in Mom and Pop's compound theater room? I think we got to go theater room.
We got to.
Because Dad's going to want to watch the fights too.
Yeah, he can join us. You know what I mean? We'll just do our own
We'll do our own UFC fight party, yeah.
Yeah. Get some guys to come and hang out. Kind of like we do with the UFC. What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's do it. You guys come watch the fights with us and our crew.
I think we can make that work.
Let's do it. Sweet Tea was awesome.
Yeah, dude. So.
Guys.
That's it.
That's it, guys. It's happening. So be ready. UFC 273. Make it. Write it on your calendar. You're going to watch the fights with Sweet Tea and Wonderboy and their crew. Come hang out with us on the channel for that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, thanks for partying with us. Sweet Tea, thanks for hanging out. Hit that subscribe button. Throw some comments down below. Let us know, guys. If you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe, guys. We love you. Catch you on the flip side. See you later, alligators. Peace.
Peace.